God is going to judge all evildoers,
Yeah.
and he is going to like have his bride
Yeah.
with him
Yeah.
in a new heaven and a new earth, and
Yeah.
that's where our hope. So we bring that hope into today.
What is up, everyone? We are back with another episode of Shaping the Culture. Now, let's just get to it. The whole secular sacred divide. There is no distinction in the scriptures. Some of us have trust issues with God, and some of us, it's like, does God really got us? You can't engage the culture with the gospel that first has not engaged you. Like, you know how people are like, oh, that's just who I am. Nah.
Keep. Drop the mic. Drop the mic. Drop the mic.
Shaping the code. Something I appreciate about you, Jackie, is you're able to, you don't just exegete the text. You know how to exegete the culture. You know how to look at, our context, the world we live in, and then speak to it, right? And you spoke on this earlier. The Lord has just granted you a boldness to call things out. And I've benefited a great deal from hearing some of the things that the Lord has revealed to you. But something I've observed as I've watched you from social media and read your content and things like that, listened to your podcast, though you have grievances with our cultural context, that you have grievances with where the church is, you're still hopeful and you still have faith that the Lord is not done and the Lord will make all things right. And so I wanted to, and the reason why that's refreshing to me is I see so many people walking away from the faith, walking away from the church, or maybe they'll stay in the faith, but they just give up or they stop pursuing godliness because they're just so discouraged by all that they see around them. Where does your hope come from? And how do you continue contending for what Jesus says is going to happen and believe that it's going to happen?
Yeah. Man, let me see something real quick.
Yeah.
It's gonna sound like typical, but the scriptures,
Yeah, it's good.
because if you look at the culture and if you look at society more than you look at God, you will be cynical. You will say, everything is damned and nothing is going right, and
Yeah.
this is just a really terrible moment, and I just
Yeah.
I just don't see. But when you look at the Bible is so, like, the Lord gave us revelation so we knew what's coming.
Mm,
Not just what's coming negatively, but
mm,
what's coming
that's
positively,
right.
which is that God is going to judge all evildoers,
Yes.
and he is going to like have his bride
Yeah.
with him
Yeah.
in a new heaven and a new earth, and
Yeah.
that's where our hope. So we bring that hope into today,
Yes.
which is that
Yes.
he's coming back,
Yeah.
and the work that he started in us, he gonna finish.
Yeah.
And so if anything, he is using us,
Yeah.
using podcasts,
Yeah.
using books, using TikTok posts, using
Yeah.
local church ministry, using the prayers of older saints. He's even using our trials and our circumstances to do that work. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the fact that he's so active still
That's
should
good.
tell you he ain't gave up.
Yeah.
Why would he?
Yeah. Yeah.
As if he wasn't in control,
Yeah.
as
That's
if he
right.
wasn't sovereign. Like, we
Yeah.
ain't seen, like, so I think ultimately that's where it comes from, is the scriptures, and having hopeful people around me. I
Mm,
have to say that,
mm, mm.
because like one of my mentors, Melody Fabian, anytime we get on a call and I'm a little too cynical, she
Mm,
reminds me to be hopeful. You know what I'm
mm,
saying? So like,
mm,
she pushes against
mm,
that. And so I was telling a friend of mine a couple weeks ago, she was just talking about how hopeless she felt. And
mm.
I said, she was talking about her algorithm and how her algorithm keeps putting up all the like false prophets over here and
Yeah.
da 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 da. I said, your algorithm is trying to make you hopeless. I said,
Yeah.
so get off, go watch Food Network,
Right.
go like go practice joy.
Yeah.
And I think that's all a part of it.